Welcome to another episode of the Park's Kitchen. Today we're making 3 different sushi bowls from 3 different countries and see how they compare. Japan, US, and South Korea make notable sushi bowls. We're making poke from Hawaii, zuke-don from Japan, and Hwe Dup Bap from South Korea. There are some similarities and differences in each sushi bowl, and you may prefer one over the other. I'll show you how to make them and their unique key ingredients that make them what they are. First, we're making pickled cucumber slices for poke. Poke probably requires the most amount of prep work because you need all the pickled and pre-cooked items. We're adding thinly sliced cucumbers to a half cup of water, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, and refrigerate it for an hour. Next, we're making seaweed salad for poke. I'm using dry wakame, but you can also use hijiki. If you pour hot water over it, it will be soft and ready in 30 seconds. Once you drain it, just add some light soy, mirin, rice vinegar, and brown sugar, and then mix it around and it's ready. Now we're gonna make some zuke-don sauce because it requires some cooking. This sauce is very light, savory, with a lovely and subtle aroma of konbu and ginger. Add some water, konbu, mirin, light soy, brown sugar, and grated ginger. And I put the exact amount in the description section, so please refer to it if you're cooking this based off of my video. We're going to cool this down in the refrigerator because we'll also be marinating the fish in it when it's cold. Next, we're making the Hwe Dup Bap sauce. It's the exact same vinegary gochujang sauce that you would add to bibimbap. Basically, you need some gochujang, vinegar, sesame oil, light soy, brown sugar, minced garlic, and gochugaru, which is the Korean chili powder, and just mix it around very well. Now we're making the sauce for poke. It's basically ponzu sauce, which is soy sauce with citrus. You basically need soy, mirin, sesame oil, brown sugar, and lemon juice. This sauce is fresh and powerful, which is just perfect for poke. Now we have all 3 sauces made. Here are the 2 with 1 in the refrigerator. I'm using salmon and tuna for the raw fish today. You need the fish to be cut in cubes. Some sushi bowls use slices instead of cubes, and that makes sense as they marinate better because they're thinner, but I thought the cubes provide the most uniformity for what we're doing today. I'm dividing them up into 3 bowls. 2 of them need marinated, but Hwe Dup Bap uses fresh unmarinated fish. To marinate fish for poke, you'll need some red onions. I'm chopping some extra to add to the Hwe Dup Bap later, but for poke you need about 1/4 of chopped onion. Add a generous amount of the poke marinade sauce, mix it around, and then put it away in the refrigerator. Same thing with zuke-don fish, marinate that in the sauce we cooked earlier, mix it around, and then put it away in the refrigerator. You also need some edamame for poke. I had to make my own because my store was out of it, but I wish I didn't have to. Also need some thinly sliced carrots for both poke and Hwe Dup Bap. Need some jalapenos for poke. This is where we basically prepare a whole salad bar of condiments for our sushi bowls. Thinly slice some purple cabbage. Love how this color pops your dish. Next, you need about 3 lettuce leaves. Fold it up and then slice them very thinly. When they're thin like that, it improves the texture of your bites. Now do the same for shio leaves. This is just for Hwe Dup Bap. Checking my pickled cucumbers to see if they're ready, and do some diagonal cuts of green onions. Prepare avocado cubes. If you do it this way, it's very easy without needing to use a chopping board. Thinly slice a couple of radishes. Need some thin cuts of daikon radish, and this is just for zuke-don. I have some daikon sprouts, but you can add any kinds of sprouts here for zuke-don and Hwe Dup Bap. Thinly slice a sheet of nori, just cut long 1-inch sheets and then slice it thinly using a scissor. This is a great condiment for Hwe Dup Bap and zuke-don, adding that Asian component. Now that we have our whole salad bar ready, let's build our sushi bowls. I'm starting with Hwe Dup Bap. Add a generous amount of the gochujang sauce we made earlier, and sprinkle some nori. Add some carrots, cucumber, purple cabbage, lettuce, chopped onion, daikon sprouts, and sprinkle some sesame seeds all over, and put your unmarinated fish on top of the dish, and then top it off with some gochugaru. That's it, fresh and powerful. Now let's build a poke. Add a good amount of that ponzu sauce we made earlier to the rice, and then add all the marinated fish on top of the rice. I'm starting mine with some sliced radishes and adding some seaweed salad that we made earlier. And next I'm adding some carrots and some edamame and some purple cabbage, avocados, jalapenos, both green and red, and pickles cucumber slices that we made earlier. Sprinkle some sesame seeds and green onion. Last but not least, top it off with some gochugaru. And that's it. Look at that beautiful poke. Now, zuke-don will be much simpler. Add some wasabi to the sauce that we made earlier, and add a generous amount of the sauce to the rice. Then add some nori, daikon radish, and some daikon sprouts. Place your marinated fish on top, sprinkle some green onion, and we're gonna top it off with a raw egg yolk. Finally, sprinkle some sesame seeds, and that's it. Nice and simple, and so elegant. There we have all three sushi bowls. For comparison, poke and zuke-don both have soy-based fish marinade and sauce for the rice, but Hwe Dup Bap and poke have a lot more vibrant vegetables. Poke has more pickled items, whereas Hwe Dup Bap has all the fresh vegetables and a very unique sauce. Zuke-don is simple, and the raw egg yolk can make it very decadent. But that egg is really optional if you're concerned. Now it's time for a taste test. I'm gonna try the poke first. Basically, you want to taste many different competing elements such as the pickled cucumbers and seaweed against the creaminess in avocado, fresh crunch vegetables all married happily in that ponzu sauce. This poke was exceptional and has all those elements present. It's super delicious. I can taste so much umami from the seaweed salad and the fresh and savory ponzu sauce. Okay, what's next? Let's do zuke-don next, since it's another mild dish. I gotta do the deed and spread the raw egg yolk around on top. Nice and easy. It's gonna add so much decadent flavors to the fish and rice. After taking my first bite, I can tell you its flavor is subtle but sophisticated. Once I got done with the egg mixed bites, I was able to taste the sweet aroma of konbu and ginger in that sauce that's soaked into the rice and fish. This dish is really amazing. If you score some really good quality sashimi, this would be my top choice for sushi bowl, because you can really taste the fish without any distracting elements. Zuke-don is for embracing its simple elements. I saved Hwe Dup Bap for last because of its bold flavors in the sauce. I didn't want my palates to be overpowered way too early. However, this is probably my favorite of all three. That spicy vinegar gochujang sauce is just pure magic with raw fish and fresh vegetables. I don't know what it is, but it's just amazing. Unlike bibimbap, this Hwe Dup Bap is all fresh with no cooked vegetables. You've got to try this dish because it's so good, but also it's probably the least known of the three sushi bowls that we made. But I really enjoy all three sushi bowls, and I can see myself wanting one over the other depending on the day. Now smash that like button and let me know in the comment section what your favorite sushi bowl is, and thanks for watching.